ever since 2020, anime, manga, and manhwa have seen astronomical rises in popularity. Like, they have never been more popular than today. Like, I'm pretty sure most of you guys have read a manga or manhwa, watched an anime, or at the very least, heard about it. Now, I'm pretty sure it doesn't take a genius to take one look at me and say, yeah, that motherfucker likes that. Yeah, you got me, man. I'm a yellow daffodil honey butter lemon complexion man. Like, I'm Asian, bro. Of course, I'm gonna love manhwa, manga, and anime. Like, I've been watching anime and reading manga before it was, like, mainstream, I guess. And I'm not trying to claim my OG tickets or anything. All I'm trying to say is that I still remember being, like, 7 years old, watching Rosario Vampire on Netflix, hard as fuck. And naturally, when I fall in love with a bunch of different animes, mangas, and manhwas, I want to be a part of the fandom. You know, like, who does it? I want to interact with other people that share the same interests and likes that I do. Here's the problem, though. Why in the hell is every single fandom of every show, manga, or manhwa weird as fuck? Like, for some reason, going into any fandom's Reddit page just feels like when you walk in on, like, a sex dungeon that you weren't supposed to see. Like, you'll just see 35 terabytes worth of Rule 34 hentai, your favorite characters getting penetrated by a tentacle monster. For some reason, all the stray characters are gay now, and then you'll just see, like, a random anime figurine covered in semen. Like, what the fuck? Like, what is going on, man? Is this a safe environment for me to be in? I don't even want to interact with these people anymore. Like, there should be no reason why I'm going into, like, a solo leveling Reddit page trying to interact with other solo leveling fans, and, like, the first thing I see is, like, Sung Jin Woo's cock in my face. Like, okay, that's a start. I thought this dude said a rise, not a Rex. Like, I did not want to see that. And before any of you guys go start saying, no, it's not every fan. No, it's every fandom, man. Like, they're all weird. Like, it does not matter how big or small the fandom is. I guarantee I can find Rule 34 of it in less than 30 seconds. And I know what I'm about to say might get a lot of hate from you guys, but I genuinely believe it. In my opinion, I feel like there are certain fandoms that can ruin an anime. Like, if an anime's fan base is way too weird, cringe, or corny, it'll just make me not want to watch it. Like, My Hero Academia and Spy X Family for me are, like, prime examples of this. And I don't even need to explain, like, why the My Hero Academia, like, community is weird as hell. Like, I'm pretty sure we all know why. Like, we had Deku sexuals back then. Like, are we serious? Deku? Stick it in my ass! Like, what? Like, ah! So, like, yeah, I don't care how good My Hero Academia is. It can be the best anime of all time. I refuse to watch that. Now, with Spy X Family, I've actually heard it's a pretty good anime, has a good story, all this other stuff. I refuse to ever watch it. And the reason why is because the fandom has this weird obsession in sexualizing Anya, who, for those of you who don't know who that is, she is a baby. She is a little toddler in the show. Like, hell no, man! You guys are just weird, bro. That's what I mean. Like, this is what I'm trying to say, is that some fandoms can just ruin a perfectly innocent, well-natured show. And that right there, I think, is a huge issue in a lot of anime fandoms or fan bases, is the fact that a lot of manga, manhwa, and anime fan bases are purely run off of sexualization. Like, most fan bases never talk about, like, cool Easter eggs, epic fight scenes, interesting plot points, leaks, their favorite characters. No, most anime fan bases are just like people saying freaky stuff like, yo, imagine these two characters barebacking one another. Like, what the fuck? Like, instead of fan bases coming up with cool topics of conversation, like, guys, imagine if Naruto fought Ichigo, who do you think would win? You're never gonna get that. Instead, what you're gonna get is some weirdo being like, yo, guys, I got an idea, man. Rock Lee, tongue fucking Naruto. Like, dude, why? Like, bro, I don't want to think about that stuff, man. Keep that to yourself. And look, to be honest with you, I would low-key get all this, like, romance shipping, all this, my headcanon ship, all that other stuff. It feels like an anime that was, like, revolving around shipping and romance. Like, Ouran High School Host Club, Kaguya-sama Love is War. Like, I would get those animes. But why is it that most of these freaky-ass, like, headcanon shippers are always in fan bases that have, like, almost nothing to do with romance? Like, Jujutsu Kaisen has that issue right now. Like, that show, for real, has literally negative romance in the entire manga and anime, yet people still watch that show and go, yup, Gojo and Geto reverse cowgirl. Like, why? Like, in a show with literally all action, no romance, people will still, like, show pictures of them rubbing period blood all over their Gojo figurine. Like, dude, you actually need some help for real. Like, to be honest with you, I can get people's, like, viewpoints on this, because, like, at the end of the day, this really is not as deep as it really is. And, like, to be honest with you, I don't think headcanons and shipping characters really all that bad in a sense, but I do feel like some of these ships start getting into really dangerous territories, like Eri and Mirio. I thought that was weird as hell, because, like, that is a toddler that you are sexualizing and shipping with a grown-ass man. Like, that is just weird, dude. I can let all these other harmless ships slip by, but you're, like, actively promoting pedophilia, and that is gross and weird. Now, speaking on that, I do feel like it is important to bring up this next topic of anime fan bases, which is their obsession with turning two straight characters into being gay. Now, let me be clear in saying that I literally have no issues with there being gay relations and romance in shows in manga and manhwa, and I'll even say that I don't think there's anything wrong in people shipping two guys or two girls together with a character that has not been canonically confirmed to be straight. Now, what I do think is weird, though, is when people take two canonically confirmed straight characters and make them gay. Like, I'm sorry, I just think it's kind of weird. Like, you see this in Arcane and My Hero Academia all the time, where Deku and Bakugo are, like, confirmed straight characters now. Like, he got with Uraraka, right? You know what I mean? But people in the fan base are still adamant that, like, Deku is gay, even though he is literally straight in the fucking manga. It's the same thing with Arcane. Jace literally in the show lays down massive pipe on Mel throughout the show, yet people are still convinced that Jace and Victor are gay as hell, even though they're not. Now, I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys will be saying, dude, L-Take, you're wrong, this, and that. And look, try to look like this. I don't think it would be okay for someone to ship a gay character with a straight character, because that is not how they're canonically sexually identified. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't feel comfortable in seeing Vi ship with, like, Victor, and I wouldn't feel comfortable seeing Caitlyn ship with Jace, because they're both gay. You can't just do that, man. I just feel like it's really fucking weird. Like, don't make straight ships with canonically gay characters, and don't make gay ships with canonically straight characters. I really don't think that is that crazy of a statement to make. And, like, another issue that I have with all of these fan bases that are fueled just off of sexualizing their characters in the show is that, like, when the actual author and creator of these shows and mangas, like, make a character straight, they, like, attack this dude. Like, when the My Hero Academia author made Deku, like, get with Uraraka, which is, like, hinted at for years, by the way, dude, everyone in the My Hero Academia fandom lost their shit percent of this dude. That threads, they were saying that the author was wrong, and that they were never supposed to be straight, they were always meant to be gay, and it was just, like, so bizarre. I saw videos of people, like, crying over this, like, it was crazy.
Baby girl, their drawings.
I don't want to sound rude or anything when I say this, like, you need a job, dude, like, for real.